Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Now, keep in mind these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages in those readings as well. Okay, my friends, let's see what's going on for Aries in the week ahead. Okay, we see Between Two Worlds coming out. And poised. Okay, you're moving towards something here and it's coming in and you're not feeling entirely confident. You're not sure what's going on. That's interesting. We also see the Fates, Treasure Island, and Unfinished Symphony. Okay, keep those together. They fell out together. Very interesting first few cards here, Aries. Makes me feel like you're moving towards something, but you're not, you might not be entirely aware that you're moving towards it, but it's something that is bringing in closure to one area of your life and maybe ushering in some new beginning here with the soulmates on the bottom of the deck. So this is very interesting. What this is bringing up for me right away is this idea that you're not aware necessarily of what's happening around you right now, that things may have been working in a way that led you to think that it was going to go in a certain direction, and now you're sort of at a place where you're not aware that it's actually moving in a different direction. So you're really being guided to be mindful of your expectations, because there's no guarantee right now that whatever you've been working on is going to go in the direction you think it's going to go, if that makes any sense. This is a time to let go and just see what happens, to keep working towards something without being attached to the outcome, because I feel like if you get too attached to the outcome, you're going to feel like, having expectations is the fastest way to feel disappointment, because once you have these expectations of how things are going to go, then you become really attached to that idea. And then if things change, you might feel disappointed. So I feel like you're being guided to really release the control over here and just see what happens. Things might not go exactly as you have planned, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes what we have planned is not as wonderful as what is being planned for us, This is a time to sort of release that idea that you have to be in control of how things happen. There is this need to sort of just keep going, trusting that all will be well, without really trying to force this agenda. And honestly, it feels like by doing that, you're saving yourself from being attached to something that might shift. And that's really the guidance that you're getting here, is that there is a fated outcome to get you somewhere wonderfully amazing. I really can't help but feel like this is going to actually bring closure to a pattern of being, doing, thinking, saying, acting, believing, like you're shifting away, but you don't realize it. I think, what I'm feeling here, it's almost like you think I'm just going to make an example, like you're working towards, let's say, a job. Okay, and you're working really hard because you want to get that promotion. And in your mind, working hard means you're going to get that promotion. You know what I mean? Like you've made that sort of pathway in your mind that says, if I work hard, I'm going to get that promotion. Now, let's say when it comes time to look at that promotion, you're not the one that gets it. Someone else gets that promotion. So if you've been hanging on to that idea that hard work means you're valuable and you get a promotion, and then you don't get that promotion, you might start to be like, well, that must mean I'm not valuable, or that must mean this, or that must mean this, or this, or this, or this. When really what it could mean is that there was something greater waiting for you that was fated, that if you had gotten that promotion, you wouldn't have pursued these things. So it's like this idea of bringing closure to this line of thinking that you might be holding on to leads you to something incredible. And I feel like we're seeing the soulmates card here because there could be another person involved in this situation with you. Now, soulmates doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be romantic. This could just be someone who has a sacred task in your life to sort of perform some certain task or a certain activity or duty, or play out some kind of role in your life that helps this shift take place. So that makes me think that there is a key person involved in this situation, or that whatever it is that you're dealing with, like in that example that I just gave about being in a work environment where you get passed up for an opportunity or a promotion, and then that leads you to think a certain way, but actually that's freeing you up. So that person who made the decision actually has been critical in you being redirected. Does that make sense? So you're being divinely moved around here because you're ultimately supposed to end up somewhere specific in this faded energy with Treasure Island. There's something here. Yeah. See, you're going to see it as a missed opportunity. That's what's happening right now, is that you're between two worlds and your confidence is attached to an outcome. And if that outcome doesn't take place, it's like you're going to be moody and a little bit depressed and see this as a missed opportunity, when really it's actually redirecting you. This is moving you towards something far more exciting and far more rewarding than whatever didn't happen in this Four of Cups, whatever you view as a missed opportunity. Seeing the Devil come through tells me that your ego is the thing that's keeping you attached. So if you can detangle your ego from this outcome and trust that you're being moved towards something that's meant for you, that's the key. That's the key, is that it's this expectation that's happening. Yeah, you're being moved. Big time, Tower energy. You're being moved to a new outcome. One that you don't see coming, but it's the one that's the most in balance for you. And I feel like you have, you know, what's coming to mind is that expression that says, make plans, and how does it go? Like, when we make plans, God laughs, or something like that, about like surrendering the control about how things work out and sort of just go with the flow, trusting that even if it's not part of your plan, it might be part of a bigger plan that's operating in your best interest. Yeah, there's the Page of Wands. So you're about to go on an adventure, Aries. You're about to take an adventure here and understand yourself in a whole new way. And it could be coming through as something that didn't go as you have planned. But there's a key shift here that needs to happen to redirect you towards something else. Yeah, see, something's coming to closure. There's that unfinished symphony. There's the World card. Something's coming into closure to show you the truth about your path with that Queen of Swords. So you're being moved towards something that is outside of your plan, and it's going to involve a person. For some of you, this could be romantic. I just, want to stress that for because it's a general reading, it might not be romantic for everyone. It could just be that there's a key individual involved in this situation with you. And it could also be that you're going to see yourself in a new way once this all transpires. Like, you're going to be able to look at yourself eye to eye and be like, oh my goodness, I never saw this coming. And, this whole time I was like hoping for this, and yet this outcome really does serve me. And I just have to let go of my attachment to this other outcome that I sort of see as a missed opportunity. And for some of you, I almost feel like this has already happened, and you're in the moment right now this week where you're trying to shift your perspective away from this idea of it being a missed opportunity to being sort of divinely redirected to something meant for you. For others of you, it hasn't happened yet. For others of you, you're in the moment where you're still anticipating a certain outcome, and you're going to realize that that's not the outcome for you. But I think for some of you, this has already happened, and you're just in the grips of sort of coming into alignment with it. But it does feel like it involves another person. Someone has a sacred task to help you with this. Someone has a sacred duty to help you with this. And again, it could be the person that denies you the promotion. You know what I mean? And that's just an example, but it's the one coming to mind. So it could be relevant for someone listening. But it could be that person that denies you the promotion that you've been working so hard for is the key person in this storyline. They have a sacred role to get you there. Yeah, it's an illusion for you to think this is a missed opportunity. 7 of Swords. You have so much going for you in a different direction that your ego is not cooperating in an interesting way. It's like your ego's keeping you attached to this thing that you're working towards. But really, you've been sort of energetically manifesting this other outcome this whole time. But I don't think you see it. Like I said when I started this reading, it's like you think you're working towards this. Just to have a visual. You think you're working towards this smoky crystal. Okay? You think you're working towards this when actually you're working towards this calcite. You know what I mean? Like there's a world in this calcite that you didn't realize you were working towards. You thought this whole time you were working towards this. But you're actually moving towards this, and this is gonna serve you more than this. They're both lovely opportunities, but one is meant for you and one is not. And I think you're being redirected. Let's look at that Tower card. What could this be all about? Yeah, it's a page here. You're gonna get a message, a big sign. A big sign is coming to reveal itself to you. A big shift, a message is coming in. It could come in the form of communication. It could come in the form of an idea or a new belief. Like you're going to see this differently. This is going to bring you down to a very new place where you see things differently, and then you start to take actions in a different way towards understanding self more. You're understanding yourself in a new way. King of Cups in reverse with the 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Chariot. Yeah, you're getting moved around here towards a new beginning. And it's not one that you expect. I feel like it's a new beginning. Could be with a person, like I said. It could be with an opportunity. I feel like you're being redirected to something that you did not expect to work in a certain way. And it is. It's going to be something that brings faith back into your life. You're going to have faith in yourself. I feel like you're going to reject things that you used to value. You're going to see them for what they are, and you're going to be really ambitious towards something new. How is that all going to work out? Yeah, you've almost got too much going on right now. This is going to simplify things. You've got too much going on right now. And you could go either way, but ultimately I feel like you're going to receive this new direction, and it's going to give you a lot of courage and confidence, and you're almost going to be sort of sitting in this really transformative Page of Cups. You've got the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Page of Rods. You got pages all over the place here. This is a new beginning, and it's just formulating molecule by molecule. And like I said, I feel like you don't even realize it. You think you're working towards one thing, but it's actually leading towards something else. What a fascinating reading. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Aries. I hope this has been helpful. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. I look forward to reading for you again very soon, and I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Take care.